Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. See, like I said, we're totally fine. Yeah, we're okay. We're here. We're all extremely hyped. Thank you for joining us and putting up with the issues. Let's do this thing. So, we are here to play Masks, which is a Powered by the Apocalypse game about teenage superheroes dealing with teenage things and superhero things. It's a really cool game, and I'm really excited to play it with these awesome people. So let's meet these awesome people. First of all, in the top left corner, I messed it up even on my show. Wow. In the top left corner, we have AP Gaming Real.
Don't worry. Watch this shit on Twitch. It's going to be amazing because I'm going to turn to you, Tux, and be like, thank you for that introduction, Tux. I'm Arthur Perkins, a.k.a. AP Gaming Real. My audience has been asking me to play a superhero game for some time, and when you were like, I'm going to play a superhero game, I was like, fucking get me in, bro.
Yep. Yep.
I'm going to be playing a character called Edgelord. I'm done. It's my introduction.
All right. Need no more. Right below AP Gaming Real is Zircon 5.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
Excited about the new campaign. I am Leonard Tridel.
Yeah, we have. You can already tell we have some awesome characters going on. In the top right, we have Pian.
Hi, I'm Pian. I am playing Zephyr. I think that's how it's pronounced.
Mm-hmm.
Zephyr. Yep, Zephyr. I'm good at this, guys. Don't worry. I don't know how I got on this show, honestly. I don't know how.
This ain't Pian's first rodeo.
I'm just terrible at all of this, and I just somehow got on this show, so I'm super pumped. Hey guys.
We are glad to have you. We're glad to have all of you. So, I think we should just get into it. I will switch us over to Roll20 so I can show off the cool Roll20 stuff. Look at there.
Yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit about this rule set?
Yeah, absolutely. So, if you haven't seen or heard of or played a game that's based on Apocalypse World before, it's a little different than D&D in that rather than rolling a d20 and adding whatever you have or your skill or whatever, you roll 2d6 and add one out of usually 5 or 6 or so descriptive things about your character. In this game, they're called labels. Yep, you can see them on screen right now. You have Freak, you have Danger, you have Superior, and you have Mundane. The labels are pretty descriptive of what they do. Freak is how in tune you are with your powers, kind of how much of a freak you are from society, how weird people think you are. Danger is kind of a level of how physically strong you are, and then also kind of how much collateral damage you could potentially cause. Savior is kind of the quality of the superheroes that always defend the little guy and always protect the civilians. It's your ability to do things like that. Use it for a move defend and those kinds of things. Superior is kind of it's like a mental thing. It's also kind of a snooty thing. You use it for the move called Provoke Someone. You also use it for assessing the situation. So
when I hear Superior, I always think of All Might.
Yep.
He's always like, I am here for you.
Yes.
Everything is fine now.
Absolutely. And then the last one is Mundane, which is a measure of how normal you are. So how you do things in your normal life, because you're all teenagers. You have normal lives still, or some of you do. You don't necessarily have to, because there's some of the playbooks have stuff that isn't where you either form a normal life through play or you don't start out with one. But yeah, Mundane is kind of how in touch you are with being a not super powered person. And So the game itself is, like I said, it's about teenage superheroes dealing with superhero things and dealing with being a teenager. The game takes place in, I think something else is kind of important to talk about is like the touchstones and like the inspiration for this kind of game. So obviously like Marvel Comics, DC Comics, and then like any superhero-y kind of comic. And then more specifically things like Young Justice, X-Men, The Runaways. There was one that wasn't on Marvel or DC that's on the tip of my tongue that I can't think of.
Series, Marvel movies, basically.
Yeah,
Marvel.
but then getting away from the from comics, things like the anime My Hero Academy, any general like superhero-y kind of movies like that, and then also kind of dipping into like not superhero stuff, with things that like teenagers dealing with teenage stuff. So you can draw inspiration from a lot of different places to play this game. And I think, how about we start looking at some of these characters? So that'll be a good way to kind of delve into more specifically who you guys are, and then we can explain more as we go along. So I also realize I need 3 screens because this is difficult. But Arthur, your beacon stuff is on screen right now.
Yeah. I'll talk about the beacon.
Would you like to read your flavor text?
I
in
will.
A comic book voice.
I will. One thing you should note is that like 1/4 of my box is like blacked out.
I will take a look at that while you read your flavor text.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm being oppressed by the blackness.
It's
Like, right here. I can't push it back. We'll see if my hands went.
I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait.
I think I went too far. Yep, my left hand went too far. Nope, I just.
So that's pretty good.
Oh man, it was so good. 30 seconds on that. Just remember, guys, I had to 30-second wait for that. All right.
Okay, so fairly simple roles. I see my highlighted stats on my chosen playbook. Is that what we're calling them?
Yes, playbooks.
these days?
Yeah, playbooks are the thing, like basically classes. Like your, they're essentially classes, but they're kind of called playbooks because they're all one encompassing thing on these 2 pages. Like these 2 pages that you have, like if you find yours on here, I have the 4 that we chose. By the way, we're missing someone. We're missing one of our players named Sci-Fry. He's having internet difficulties, so he will hopefully be joining us next week, the week after. We're getting that figured out. So that's why there's 4 of them on here, in case you were wondering.
An arch villain stole his internet. We'll be trying to solve that this week.
Exactly. he has to fight off.
Our arch villain is just Time Warner Cable.
Don't you see? It was my plan all along.
Let's talk about the beacon.
Yes.
You don't have to do this. You could probably have a safe, decent, simple life. It'd be nice, but come on! Superpowers, aliens, wizards, time travel? You're out of your depth, but who cares? This is awesome. Everyone should try it. I mean, there are a lot of touchstones for this book, but
yes.
The one I go with is Hawkeye.
Yes, Hawkeye is the essential, like the epitome beacon is Hawkeye. A person that doesn't really, you can potentially have some powers, but like they're definitely lower level compared to the other people around you. And that's all about what the beacon is. Like they're just a person that's like, yeah, superheroes, let's do this.
So,
Low-tier hero,
Renner, who is Hawkeye in the Marvel movies, went on Jimmy Fallon and sang Thinking Out Loud. And it's called I'm as Super as They Are, and it's talking about how he can like get extra guac at Chipotle for free. Powers.
he has real superpowers now. That's amazing.
Yeah. Based on the stats, I don't know if you can see the labels, but beacons are bad at using powers. They're good at helping people and being a normal person.
Yes.
They have a lot of trouble using their power, and I don't have a lot of powers. I mean, we'll get into it, but only one of the powers that's listed is an actual superpower. The rest is just pieces of equipment that you
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You have like batarangs.
Yeah.
We'll get to
It's
that.
like boomerangs in your shape, your choice.
The shape is your choice.
Uh,
That's what's also like something else that's interesting about this game. Something else that we can kind of explain about it too is that the setting for this is like a giant metropolis called Halcyon City. And in this world, there's already been 3 generations of superheroes and like supervillains, and like basically superpowers have been around for 3 generations so far. And the heroes now are like the teenagers, young 20s, late teens, like kind of coming into their own now and figuring out who they are. But the city and the world have been dealing with superpowers for like 80, 90 years by now. Like World War I is when superpowers like first came around. And so we're in the early 2000s in a modern, slightly futuristic kind of thing. And so like the city, like so there probably are like stores that sell exclusively superhero accessories. And there's like construction companies that exclusively handle like repairing some things after a giant superhero fight. Like that's their entire thing is like.
Oh yeah. Speaking of repairing things,
They probably have to make new like techniques for building,
Yeah.
like with superheroes in mind.
I know, Tux, you and I talked a lot about the webcomic Strong Female Protagonist.
Yes, that is absolutely another thing. Like,
which really examines and breaks down the like superhero society.
mhm.
There's already been fan art for my character. I don't want to reveal too much, but if you want to see one of the powers I'm using, check chat for the link of this fan art by Gwen.
Oh wow,
Does
that
that
link.
work? No, I think
damn
that
it.
might have heard.
Damn it.
Does it
Oh,
work?
Was that Nightbot or was that Twitch?
Small. I have to
Okay,
zoom in.
Here, yeah, if you send it to me, I can post it. Or I'll just make you a mod, actually.
In Skype.
Okay, yeah. Copy link.
Anything else you want to know about my character? Am I like filling out my character sheet now? Or are we just
Oh wow, I can't even post links. I am a terrible person.
wow, that's bad,
What?
bro.
Wow.
I could click on his link. Is it just because I have my settings correctly?
Possibly. I think my Twitch has gone mad with power.
Well, if you use BTTV,
There
Better
you
Twitch TV plugin, it doesn't delete links, so I get to see all the links. Yeah, textured on this. You're literally not modded.
How am I not a mod?
Shouldn't you have a, or maybe you don't have mod banner and channel broadcaster anymore? I think they changed that. But I'm definitely not modded, and I'm pretty upset.
So back to the thing.
Right.
Are
Sorry.
we filling out character sheets now, or are we introducing everybody first?
I was gonna kind of introduce everybody for right now.
Yeah.
And
okay.
then we can go into the character creation and more importantly the team generation or not generation, like creation and talking about it. Once we kind of get a little overview of each character or each playbook and kind of what they're about. The next one is the Doomed, which is PN's chosen playbook. So would you like to read the flavor text for the Doomed?
Sure. Something about your powers dooms you. It's just a matter of time before your doom comes for you. Until then though, we've got a nemesis. You've got a nemesis who needs to fight. Who needs fighting? Ah! I can't read. Who needs fighting and a world that needs saving. After all, it's better to burn out than fade away.
Yeah. So the Doomed is another really cool playbook. They're all really cool playbooks. But still, is another playbook that the inspirations for that are Raven from Teen Titans, the Summers kids from X-Men. Basically, your powers are, you have really, really strong powers, but they come at a cost because something about them is potentially going to bring out your inevitable doom. What form that takes is entirely up to when we create the character. But basically, over time, the Doomed slowly marches towards their doom, and then basically we're going to deal with that at some point, whether it takes them out, they surpass it and become more powerful and move on to something else. We'll see, but it's something that is definitely going to happen. The Doomed, yeah, the Doomed is one of the ones that has big powers. So like as you can see in the abilities, you can choose things like telekinesis, superhuman strength.
Oh God.
Psychic constructs, some really cool powers there. And looking at their labels, yeah, they have +1 in a bunch of different things, and then in creation you can also add to your things too. So,
Constructs. You could just summon a swarm of bees.
yep, psychic bees. Psychic bees sounds pretty cool.
Thanks for giving me ideas, guys.
Of course.
Bees.
Yeah. All right. Moving on, we have the playbook that Virgil chose, the Transformed.
Yeah, which I would love to read. But when I did a little pre-read to prepare myself, I'm baffled to right in the middle there. I think that's just a typo.
You know, I should have pre-read. That would have been a good idea, but I didn't.
But I'm just gonna read it verbatim for everybody.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a typo.
You can recall a time not too long ago when you looked normal, to not feel the stares, when you didn't feel their stares, when you didn't hear their gasps, when no one thought of you as a monster. Those were the days, huh?
Yep. Yeah.
That really lost whatever they were trying to give us with it there.
Yep.
But yeah.
This game is almost done. So
we just took it out of the oven like a gooey cookie.
we took it out of the oven a
Gooey
little
cookies
too
are the
early.
best, man.
Yeah, so let's get down on this gooey cookie of the game.
Yeah, the Transformed is another playbook. Some of the inspirations for the Transformed are Cyborg from Teen Titans, Beast from X-Men, Rock Slide also from the X-Men. Basically, you were once like a normal person, and something happened, and now you're a terrifying monster, and some people don't think you deserve to live anymore. Obviously, none of us believe that, but
Yeah,
some people think you are a terrifying beast who should be burned alive. You know, some people.
I mean, yeah. I had the psychoanalysis done. They let me out of their facility and said I could go free. So
everything's fine. Yeah, the Transformed is about dealing with that, basically. The fact that you no longer look like a human, or like at most you're vaguely humanoid. But yeah, you look terrifying now, basically, and
yeah, I don't.
a lot about dealing with that.
I'm not a pretty.
I'm not a monster. I'm pretty sure you have to say that line at some point as a Transformed. I'm not a monster.
I'm not a monster.
Yes, French accent. I love it.
I'm gonna post my logo in the chat for everyone to see. The Night Dry Day.
Post all the logos in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, you made logos for all of our characters.
Virgil can post links, but I can't. Clearly, Virgil has hacked my Twitch.
No, only people that can that have BTTV.
Oh, I can see it.
As I
That's
told
the
them.
weird
No,
thing.
I can see it.
That's so weird. I don't understand what's happening right now.
That's because I'm the fucking.
Yeah, it's true. It's like I may have a mustache filter on it right now. That might be it. I'll have to figure that out. Another thing I'll have to figure out later. So the labels, very obviously, as a freak, you have +3, which is pretty good. You're good at using your powers and being a freak.
It's pretty freaking good, eh?
Pretty freaking good.
You're terrible.
And
That's good. I like that.
yeah, the Transformer also has some interesting powers. They're basically tied to your new appearance, and then you can kind of take what's there and shift them around. And the powers are the books and as the book says, the powers are meant to be you can twist the powers around a little bit if you want to. It's like Magpie Games isn't going to come in here.
Same with the look and stuff. These are mostly
right, exactly.
I mean,
with all of these kinds of games, like the thing, these are like
I don't even see French here.
These are
No,
all,
you gotta do it. You gotta do the French accent. Give me this French spider.
No, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, it's happening for
no,
real.
yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. These are all like springboards, basically. We can differ from them as we want to, and as long as they kind of fit in within the bounds of like what they should be. So yeah, now that we've kind of explored the playbooks a little bit, what say we actually start making these characters and filling out said playbooks?
Okay.
Does anybody have like want to talk through theirs as they fill stuff out like that?
Oh,
They
yeah.
already have ideas and
I
stuff.
got this, bro.
Okay, cool.
Wait, are we all going to talk through it, or are we just going to start filling it out?
If you want to fill it out, like we're going to talk through it still, but like if you want to fill it out and then talk through it like once someone's done, that's cool too.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to have to talk. I am going to have questions.
What?
That's fine. I was just wondering. I was like, are we just like just doing one person?
All right, cool. So yeah, AP, let's hear about Edgelord.
So, my superhero name is Edgelord, and my real name is Gray Graves. I am a young teenage man. I am black. I look like a mix between young John Boyega from Star Wars
Mhm.
and young Terry Crews from dude with huge muscles.
Yep.
My costume isn't so much a costume as it is a sleeveless hoodie jacket that's open at the front, and I wear shirts from my corporate sponsors. And I've got the coffin logo for the Great Graves on the back, and it's also got Virgil's Great Graves Industries.
Yeah.
In the very bottom of the jacket, right near my butt, in red stitching, because the jacket's gray, of course.
Of course.
That's twitch.tv/edgelordgg, so that people know while I'm superheroing where to follow me.
Exactly.
It's retro Air Jordans, and I'm a superhero with the powers of swords and phasing, and I keep my sword on my back, phased out of reality, and when I need it, I just phase it back in.
Of course. Yeah.
So that the cops don't hassle me, right?
Well,
So
absolutely.
my problem is I'm not very strong.
Hmm.
They won't let me. They tell me I can't be a superhero, but every time somebody breaks into something in my neighborhood, the cops come by and hassle me.
Oh yeah.
Not strong enough to be a hero, but they tell me I might be a villain.
Yep.
Bullshit.
It is bullshit. Yeah. The cops like yeah. Well, you're an easy target. You're black kid from the bad part of town that can phase into things.
You said I was from the bad part of town.
Did you say that?
No, Tux, I didn't say that.
I thought that was the whole thing
No,
you said.
There's no implication.
I swear
of that.
you
I'm an average
No,
kid from
he
middle
didn't
class.
say that.
swear
He
you
didn't
said that.
say that.
No, I've never implied what social status my character has. I'm just
Swear
an
you said
average
that.
guy, just trying to, open the eyes to everyone around me that you don't have to be super powered to be super, and you don't have to be a superhero to be a hero.
For friendship is magic.
I mean, I don't know about friendship is magic, but Black Lives Matter.
Mhm. Exactly.
I don't want to get
Um,
hassled by
so-
the cops.
Yeah, don't
so
get
you're,
carry a sword around.
Are your do you have more sponsors besides like? So is like the Greg Graves thing
Yeah,
like
I
an
feel like
an
probably
LLC that you put together just to kind of
Pokemon shirt one day and then like a Avenger shirt the next day. I just go through like t-shirts from my sponsors.
So you have like a bunch of different sponsors that all kind of do their thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna put my label into Freak
Okay.
so that I don't suck as much when I use my powers.
Sure.
Because out of everyone here, I am the suckiest at powers by far. I'm the worst powers.
And also kind of talk about the game while we go through this as well. Labels are very fluid. In this game,
they're gonna change a lot.
yes, your labels change all the time because the labels aren't just how good you are at something; they're also like how you see yourself. So,
Or how others see you, since other people
how you see yourself
tell
and how others see you, because in this game there's a thing called influence, and other team members can have it on you, NPCs can have it on you. All adults instantly have influence on you when you first meet them, and basically they can tell you how the world is, and you can try to reject it, but if you fail, your labels are gonna change, because that's what adults do, man. They just tell you things, and that's just how it is.
I mean, I trust the system to some extent. It needs some very serious overhaul, but I trust the system. I know, Virgil. I know.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do we want to hop to somebody else, or do I want to go through my backstory?
If you want to go through your kind of go down the list of all the things we can.
How did I gain my skills? Well, my skill was swords. I gained by my dad bought me a Khopesh when I was 13. And this is like an ancient Egyptian Khopesh. It's several hundred years old. It was lost after the Nazis showed up. And ever since then, I've been training with it. And one day I noticed that I could just cut through things. And I just like pressed on whatever it was and found out I could walk through walls and stuff and enter this weird Technicolor realm where the color wheel is reversed. So like everything that's blue is instead orange, and if it's like light blue, it's instead dark orange.
All the green stuff is purple.
Yeah, it lets me like walk through walls and stuff. But
Okay, so your phasing is going through like an alternate dimension and then coming back to
I can
our reality.
only do it when I'm calm, and that like if my heartbeat gets too much, if I get agitated, it's really hard.
Yeah. Phase.
When did I first put on my costume? Well, you know, I was a hero for a little while, and then eventually I was like, it's time to start Grey Graves Industries. You know, I can bankroll this. I'm a hero. I can definitely, you know, twitch.tv/edgelordgg became a thing. I started my own business. We got PayPal donations up on the page. So that was about 2 years ago.
Yeah. So you've been doing this whole thing for a few years now.
Yeah. But I've never been a superhero. I've just been like in the local area. If I see something, instead of saying something, I'll get involved. Somebody trying to run from the cops, maybe I'll like show up in front of them and trip them.
Mm-hmm. So do you have like stuff on you? Like, do you stream your like superheroing?
Yeah. You know those Pokemon Go rigs that people have? I have a little Go cam on my shoulder. I live stream all of our excursions so that people know, like, you can't just walk out into the community and set stuff on fire and throw people through buildings. Like, that's not things heroes do.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be abusing your powers and like hurting people. Because when you throw someone through a building, someone lives there.
Yeah, that's someone's building, dude.
Someone's building.
Someone's probably in that building.
There are a lot of superheroes that think just because they have super strength that they're really super, and they're not.
So does Edgelord do this like as like a social thing to try and like raise awareness and stuff, or is it like a different reason?
It's both. It's something he does because he believes in it. I believe that you don't have to be super to be a superhero, but I also believe that I should get some money for my efforts.
You're like the guy on the bike in One Punch Man.
I only saw 2 episodes of that show.
Oh, watch the rest, man.
Are you sure? Because every episode was exactly the same. It was like,
every
build
episode
up tension,
is as good.
build up hype, and then it was, I forgot to get ads at the Saturday grocery. That guy just, like, literally when he was like, it's Sunday, and then Saitama starts like freaking out, I was like, yep, it's definitely because it's Sunday. He's upset because he heard the day, not because the dude claimed to be really powerful. Like, no, there was some humor to that show, but not enough to keep me invested.
Moomin Rider.
Yeah. So who outside the team thinks you shouldn't be a superhero?
The system, like the police believe that I'm a threat because
the man's keeping you down.
Yeah, I think that probably happened to me too. I was like arrested straight away, and they like put me in some weird facility and put me through all this rigorous like psychological, physical testing, and then finally let me go back home.
So yeah, like the police don't want me being a superhero because of my beliefs that like I'm like an active Black Lives Matter person, and I've been speaking out against all the police brutality and the murders of dozens
and it's
of
so
people.
like and like taking it to like the superhero aspect of it
superhero
too.
Like also believe that I'm not powerful enough to be a superhero
Mhm.
because my only power is when I'm very calm, I can walk through things.
This just reminds me of
And, you know, like if someone was being shot at by gunfire, I could like run up and maybe grab them
Mhm.
and phase them out for a few seconds, but a
Right.
very short time. Like,
Mhm. And like that the whole like police brutality, like kind of like that thing with superheroes, it's even more because there's obviously like a superhero task force that
Yeah.
like probably I assume like way like they help when there's like super powerful villains and stuff and like the other heroes can't get to them, but I assume that they also like get sent out when like a hero can't control themselves, and so they like way overdo it, like into just taking out this hero that like lost control for like a minute or two. And yeah, like exactly, it's stuff like that. Like this hero actually was like fully complying with the law, and he gave up, but you guys still like put the power couplings on him and took away his powers. What's up with that?
yeah.
Yeah.
The next question is
there
why
any,
do I
I
try
was
to
gonna
be a
ask.
hero?
I was gonna ask. Is there any like? Is there a specific person like on the force that you've had to deal with a lot, or like?
No,
because-
they pretty much universally dislike me.
Is there like a?
Yeah, I
Do
think
you-
they
do-
like
do you have a-
mostly dislike me too, just because I would give them hella
Do you have a
shit
tr-
while
do you-
I was
do you have a troll?
detained.
Do I have a troll? Yeah, there's this guy who keeps signing up accounts and bothers me at Edgelord GG and follows me on. Oh damn! I should have. You know, I went out of my way to make the fake Twitch account, but I didn't
Make a Twitter.
account for this game. Yeah, there's
Only
a
takes a
troll that
minute.
follows me at Edgelord GG at all of my social medias, and he just I like ban him, and he keeps switching. And like I've contacted Time Warner, and they IP blocked this guy. And I've complained about it like on a national level. Like I've gone to the president of the company, sending him mails, emails, calling his like personal secretary.
Yeah, so you have like a never-ending troll that's just like been going.
Yeah.
Have they been coming at you like almost since you started?
Yeah, basically.
How popular are
Like,
you?
ever since my first hashtag for Black Lives Matter, they've
Uh-huh.
been trolling.
How popular are you like online?
I feel like 20 to 30 followers in a night. You know.
Yeah.
Not
So like
not super pop, but
decently. Yeah.
I'm no Scavazi man. He gets like 5,000 a night because you know his only superpower is the power to move you. He puts on amazing rock concerts for people.
Sorry, I got a follower, and I thought I turned the sound off, but I didn't.
I don't try to be a hero, by the way. I am a hero. I was born to be one.
Obviously,
I am as super as they are.
there is no try.
Yeah.
There is no try. Exactly.
I'll tell you why I care about the team, though. I have been following our doomed Zephyr for some time. Like, she partially inspired me to become a hero. She's a little bit older than me, and she's always just been so awesome. I asked my dad, and we switched neighborhoods just so I could go to the same school as her, and arranged so I would be in the same classes. And when she was like, "I'm forming a team," I'm like, "Get me in on that, please, get me in on that."
Oh, did we meet up in the joint?
Oh yeah, they probably have like not specifically in like a jail cell, but you know,
Right.
like drunk tank, they've like held
Yeah.
us overnight together.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've definitely met Knight Rider, and I was like, listen, John, it's fine. You're not a monster.
I know. Thank you. It's so good to hear that someone can see for who I am.
You should come to the next Black Lives Matter rally. I feel like you'd really fit in there.
Oh, it's very nice to show support. I'd love to come.
This is
Awesome.
gonna be amazing, guys.
I met the team.
In-
I feel like John is really being repressed by the literal man and also society. Like,
I think at the
picking him up because
at the
you look like an actual Drider from D&D, right?
Yeah.
I look like a Drider. I'm terrifying. and pretty big too. But yeah, I think at the am I allowed to inject like story in this game?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like scene? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so definitely, yeah, the cops are listening to Tina Turner. We don't need another hero. Yeah, from Beyond Thunderdome. They're just like cranking it. We're hella salty. We don't need to know the way home.
I'm just looking at them and I'm like, I could leave this jail cell, right?
Quiet
I
down
could
back
just
there.
walk-
I'm like, look,
I
I
could
can
just walk
bend
out.
these bowels.
Absolutely, yeah.
No
I'm only here
problem.
because I'm doing my civic duty.
Yeah.
Like, you can only hold me for 24 hours.
Yeah, and then they begrudgingly let both of you go because they don't have any actual charges.
I honestly tried the webs.
Right.
It's great, Nick.
That about covers me. Oh,
Awesome.
I have to introduce my character. Well, I feel like I've done
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And we've done that. And we're gonna do the team coming together questions kind of once we get everybody's
Yeah,
things in. How about your relationships?
My relationships are going to be very easy. I mean, Zephyr is awesome, and I take every chance to hang out with him. I actually hadn't read the relationships, but I knew as soon as I saw that was going to be Zephyr. And I've got to prove myself to Knight Rider before I feel like a real hero.
Awesome.
If Knight Rider can accept that someone like me can be a superhero, he's a superhero. I've seen what Knight Rider can do. Knight Rider shoots some fucking webs. He crawls up the side of buildings. If Knight Rider thinks that I'm a real hero, I've made it.
I can like
Cool.
pierce a car with my like spider
Yeah.
legs.
Sweet.
You
Awesome.
shouldn't do that though. Like,
But you shouldn't. That's someone's car. Someone pays someone's gonna have to pay. Can you imagine the copay on that?
I could punch a hole in the block of a
premium?
350
Jeez.
Chevy engine.
and I give one influence to each of my teammates.
Yep. Yeah. So when you guys mark down that you have influence, and you can just I think
I
there's
would
a
space
space
down
for it.
somewhere for sure.
I think there's a space for it.
Well, there's a place where it says influence. On
Yeah, you can just put it down
there,
there.
right
Like
there.
people, if people that you have it over, you can just put their name down there.
So wait, I put Gray Graves.
Yep. Yeah, you have
Or
influence over
Edgelord,
Edgelord.
one of them. Depends on how you see me.
Yeah. Yeah, and once again, the influence means that when someone has influence over you, it means that you care about what they have to say. Like if they say something to you that like is a big deal, like it matters, and it could potentially change the way you see things.
Yeah, they can tell you how they see you
Mm-hmm.
and change your labels, so alter your stats, and you can be like, I accept that, or you can be like, no.
So wait, which way is it going? Like I have influence over you.
have influence
Yes.
over me.
Mhm.
Anything else I need to cover before we jump to somebody else?
Would you like to do your moves?
Wow, that's a good question. Yeah, I mean, there's no way I'm not taking straight up creeping.
Right, of course. Straight up creeping.
Yeah. And
showing
I'm
it
also
on
going to
the
take
stream
won't let
right
you
now,
down.
too. Cool.
So straight up creeping allows me to scope out a situation using my ability to just be a normal person.
Mm-hmm.
And won't let you down lets me boost teammates up by using our team pool
Yeah.
a lot, like way more than a normal person could.
Yeah, cool. That's another thing that we can kind of mention. So, another big thing about this is that the group is a superhero team, and so when they go into battle, they have a thing called a team pool. And basically, the way you help people or do things with actions is spend things out of the team pool. And some of the playbooks have moves that let them use it differently or in like a better way. So since the beacon is so good at helping people and that's what they're about, he can help people better. Like so you can when you spend 2, you add +2 to the roll instead of +1 to the roll.
So I have drives. And once I've
Yes.
finished all my drives, I have to either retire, switch to another hero type, or give my player character to you to
Mhm.
become an NPC. And the 4 drives I'm starting out with are kiss someone dangerous, make out with a teammate, tell someone your true feelings for them, and get drunk or high with a teammate.
Awesome.
Every time I do one of these, I can get an experience point, clear out something bad that's happened, or get influence over someone.
Yeah.
I can't pick more drives until all of the current drives are struck out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another thing. That's the beacon. Like the beacon has things that they want to do. That's why they're in the game. Is they have like they want to. Well, Edgelord wants to get someone dangerous, and he wants to hang out with these cool superheroes and get high with them. Because clearly, that's gonna work out perfectly.
Me and Night Rider are gonna go get drunk for sure.
Yeah. You kids are underage.
Oh, 300 pounds. I need a lot of wine.
Oh,
Perfect. We probably just Bacardi 151.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's all we are good with you, I believe. Would either of you like to go next?
Man, being French hurts your throat.
I can go.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So let's introduce Zephyr.
So, Zephyr is an ambiguous woman. You can't really tell from just looking at her that she's like a woman, but she is a woman.
Okay.
She's got short red hair, and she's got a bunch of freckles. She has steely eyes, unassuming clothing, and then I don't know what to do for the costume. Do you guys want to like?
Yeah.
You could just wear no costume. Isn't that the most terrifying choice? That the person who blows things up and has giant psychic swords flying around them is just someone in like a t-shirt and jeans?
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong.
So that means you don't have like a secret identity. You just kind of well, you have like an identity of Zephyr, but like you don't care to hide yourself that much.
Blotchy, bleached.
No, wait, nope, that's bad. That's
Okay.
no, I don't.
No, like that can be a thing. It's just it it was just that's something I was asking. Just wanted to ask about and kind of talk about with you.
What
I
would
like the idea of
adaptive
adaptive costume. Yeah, and it just you use your like psychic manipulation, change it to look like whatever you want.
Yeah, you could do that with your adaptive with your powers. If you with your psychic constructs, you could just make a costume out of psychic power.
Let's do that one.
Cool.
Let's do that one. And then my powers are telekinesis, psychic constructs, and memory manipulation. I'm sort of a freak. I'm a little freaky.
Mm-hmm.
I am somewhat dangerous. I'm a hella good savior. I'm not superior. Like I don't have that superiority thing. Nope. And I'm like pretty average when it comes to mundane. I'm like not super mundane, but I'm also not like
right. Yeah. Yeah. You're kind of middle of the road. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You still feel that like the more human, the more like normal part of you, but then also you have these weird doomed stuff going on. So like you're kind of yeah. Exactly. Cool. So let's go through the backstory and answer these questions.
Okie dokie.
All right. So when did you first learn of your doom?
Okay. Here's the thing. I've been thinking about this.
I just want to jump in here. You didn't actually name your doom, right? Your nemesis.
Oh yeah, I was gonna
Better abilities.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna go into that once we.
I mean, I want to know who this. All right, I'm just curious. Who's Doom? Is it a
Super
doctor?
curious.
Is he a doctor of doomerology?
He's a
Okay.
doomanologist.
The Doomanologist.
I thought I'm gonna
Okay.
close this window.
Okay.
So
I'm right there.
I've been thinking about this for a while,
Sure.
but I don't know. I don't know. Like I know when I first learned about my doom, but I don't know what I want my doom to be.
Okay.
Why don't you just call it the mysterious stranger then?
Yeah. Because that's the cool thing too. Like we can say that you don't know what it is, but you know something's there.
Something in the darkness.
Yeah. Exactly. Like you.
But that
like,
also gives you full control of like
that's
when
true, but. But yeah,
I don't
but
want
like
too much power in your hands, man. You're already the DM or GM.
but that could be like an interesting thing. Like you got your powers and you know like well yeah I guess like how like when did you like get your powers like how like let's like kind of look into that because your power also kind of comes from this doomed aspect of you. So like what like,
I was thinking I learned about I also know who I want my nemesis to be.
Okay.
So I learned of my doom probably when I was like I'd say like 12.
Okay. So you've known about it for like for a while now.
Yeah.
Okay. Learned early. Like 12. So that's when you also when you got your powers. So you've had a decent amount of time to practice with them then.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Also, I don't know like what this world like consists of, but are there witches?
Sure.
And there are now.
There are now.
Okay, could a witch have cursed me?
Absolutely.
So like she came up to me and she was just like, for some reason, I don't know the reason.
Okay.
Like you can decide the reason.
Stepped on her foot outside a church.
The witch's curse.
And she was like, yo, you're gonna like, and I think I want the doom to be that it's like, it'll take me over and it'll make me like want to do bad things.
Okay,
like
so
it'll
it's
Maybe
like-
it was like a piece of food or something that had been cursed and was meant for someone else.
me.
Now you like
Cursed
figure
donut.
out what happened. Yeah.
Cursed
donut.
It was an accident. That'd be hilarious.
I think we should do that.
It wasn't. You want it to be an accident? Like it was. The curse was meant for somebody else, but you got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she was only 12.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Was meant for somebody else.
I mean, 12-year-olds steal donuts commonly, so
I mean, I'd steal a donut now.
Yeah. Can't confirm.
Someone else. Cool. So yeah. What? So yeah. So what was it that like happened? What like when you accidentally got the curse?
Oh, I don't know here.
Okay. Yeah.
Skies opened up. Black lightning streamed
yeah.
down.
First the sky opened up, and then like the ground opened up and swallowed you, and then you were just like falling in like chaos.
There was some Final Fantasy boss music going on.
Maybe she thought I was a different person.
Okay.
Because I guess I want my character to look older than
Sure.
she is.
Okay. Yeah. Who are your just kind of as my thoughts were going in a direction, so I wanted to like bring it up. Who like would it be potentially like your parents or something like that? Maybe she thought you were like a sister or like your mom or something.
That can't be your mom. That's your older sister, right?
No, because I do have an older sister,
Okay.
but I don't.
Who was dating the witch's son?
No, but that wouldn't make sense for what I'm gonna do.
I'm just spitballing here.
Right. Yeah.
Um, maybe
I
she
mean-
thought I was like a 16-year-old boy.
Okay. So it was like a complete mix up. Like
Yeah.
you thought you were like a
Identity.
totally different person. Okay. Cool.
They were like, yo, this dude has like red short hair. You know. Go back.
He's wearing a Nirvana shirt.
And she's like, close enough.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're like, this is a Rush shirt, idiot.
Yeah, so I think that's what I want.
Awesome. Cool. Okay,
Guys,
cool. So yeah,
you're
so the
being
curse
rude.
like so the
I
curse is like a
am
corrupting
fine from the
thing.
street.
It's like a corrupting thing trying to like that like eventually is gonna like take over you. But for now, it gives you cool psychic powers.
Yeah, she was like, yo, you get cool psychic powers for a time, but you know what? It's gonna fuck you over.
Uh-huh. And then you're like, wait,
What are you talking about?
no, you're Jimmy, right? Like, no. Like, oh shit, I gotta go. Bye.
Yeah. Like, who was that?
I like that a
I
lot.
declare my curse upon you, Esmeralda. Oh, your name is Sarah.
Like, oh shit. Well then. Oogity boogity boo, see ya.
Happens from time to time.
Yeah, so let's talk about your sanctuary.
Okay.
I done goofed.
I done goofed, guys.
I think I want my sanctuary to be a library.
Oh, awesome.
Like just a regular library though, not one with like dope tomes or anything.
Okay, well, your sanctuary like gives you stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, so if you go a little to the right, it talks about your sanctuary, and so you get to choose like stuff that you like, because like your sanctuary is like it's your safe place and where you go to kind of like deal with your doom and also like research stuff or like get an idea about things or just go there and like practice maybe.
It's our bat cave. It's probably going to be where we hang out, right?
Yeah, like potentially this could potentially be where the team goes to hang out. And yet you get to choose. There's a big list of stuff you get to choose from. Things like an aide or assistant, a library of valuable tomes, a meditation space, a power battery,
art, music, and food. I mean,
yeah,
that's
art, music, and food.
Right there.
Yeah, if you want to, since you didn't know about it, if you want to have a little bit of time to think about it, you can. Or if you
No,
have an
I
idea
think
now.
I want a library of valuable.
I'm just
Okay,
saying,
cool.
with art, music, and food, you could always have great stuff. And when you walk in, the latest Beyonce track or Taylor Swift breakup song plays.
This bitch is not into Taylor Swift.
The latest My Chemical Romance.
Nice
Linkin
try, but
Park.
wrong again.
Oh man, you totally should have an assistant.
His name is Victor. What was the guy's name from Buffy? Giles?
I don't remember. It's been a
Nobody?
long time.
I don't remember. Yeah.
It's been a long time since I saw any Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, I could have an assistant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, but like this is like a kind
A
of going to
butler.
like Doctor Strange has what's his face and Batman
Wow.
has
What's his face?
why can't I Alfred, and then Doctor Strange has Wong. Yeah, there we go.
And Zephyr has
Mhm.
the Wombat.
The Wombat.
Sidekick.
But what would that mean? Could it be my dad?
It could be.
Oh, I think you should have a sidekick called the Wombat. That's an amazing idea.
I don't.
Like, and then I just go to
But,
my
but he's just your assistant. You never let him go with you on adventures. But he does have a
Yeah,
suit, and he calls himself the Wombat.
He just stays curled
But
up.
he just he's curled up and doing paperwork and like working on machines for it.
The possum, actually.
The possum.
He just stays in the workshop all day, and anytime something scary happens,
He hides.
he, his only superpower is the ability to generate blood out his mouth.
I don't even know what's going on.
You get
We're just,
you
we're
get
just
to choose,
spitballing, trying to think of good assistants.
yeah.
I think we're a little off the ball. We went way outside the box to try to find good ideas, and there weren't any.
Yep, you're going this way, and we're just going way over there. Yeah, you get to choose 3 of these things for your sanctuary.
Oh!
Yes, you
Yeah,
you can have a
3.
library. You can have
We have a
you can
library with like a guy that knows how to use the Dewey Decimal System in there.
Yeah, or like it could be the librarian. It could be your dad. Maybe your
He's
dad.
very old.
Maybe your dad is the librarian.
My dad's librarian, yes.
Cool. Okay. Library, dad.
It's not weird at all that your dad's dressed in a butler suit. Just
I mean,
follows you
no,
around
he's
all
dressed
day.
in a suit with a big W on it that's all fuzzy.
Your dad's the wombat.
I'm the Wombat, honey!
It's,
No, he's
I mean, I'm not going out with you or anything. I just like being in this Wombat suit.
Well, obviously,
No, he's like in classic. I'm gonna ruin this for you guys. He's like in classic dad clothes.
oh, he's in dad clothes.
He's
Yep.
usually in just like slippers and like his night like.
He's got a bathrobe
Clothes.
and a
Yeah,
in the pocket.
or just like khakis and like a
Oh
t-shirt.
yeah, khakis like a.
Khakis and a
He
t-shirt.
delivers your
Maybe his like t-shirt is tucked in, and you're like, "What did you do?"
His t-shirt stuck in.
He delivers your stack of rare tomes, and there's a TV dinner on top of it. And he goes somewhere else.
Do you have an idea for the other thing you want?
He goes off to
Yeah.
watch Cheers.
I want
He's hitting home runs.
Cool.
Arthur's
awesome.
diet.
Dad is librarian, and then you also have to choose 2 downsides of your sanctuary.
Okay.
Right below that.
Oh, I can fix that. So no longer. One sec.
intricately tied to your knee.
Nick,
It's
holy
literally
shit.
just like every time you're in the building, you know,
Holy
the
shit,
darkness
Nick.
gets
God
one step
damn it.
closer to taking over your mind. But you're like, yeah, but it's really comfortable here. Plus, I live here with my dad, so
No, Nick just did the dad. Dad, I'm doomed. Hi, doomed. I'm dad.
dad.
Oh, thanks, Soldier 76. So good.
Oh, so you want to have it to be difficult to access?
Yes.
What does that mean?
It has, I don't know, it has a bunch of like fucking locks or something.
Oh, okay.
I think
It's like underground. It's like, okay, I
Oh,
got
is it like Avengers Underground where like a
Have you guys played Life is Strange?
Yes.
The
No.
Dark Room.
Okay. Got it.
Just like a.
So it's like hidden
cellar
and
opening?
it's like has a lock on it and it's like you don't know it's there unless you like are fucking as Snoopy as Max is.
And maybe have time powers.
Okay, so like yeah, so potential like so since this is a downside, it's like that couldn't be an upside, but it's also like it's difficult to access. So potentially you could also like
Yeah.
not be able to access it
Yeah,
at
like
some
I'm
point,
a
too.
forgetful person.
Right, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
So I forget the like
Difficult to access.
What was that dreaded knot?
You got really quiet, Virgil.
I
So
turned
this is-
it down a little bit because I heard I was just.
No, now you're
Yeah,
like
you can go a little bit back up.
I turned it down like one notch.
Sounds weird. And then did you have another idea for a downside?
I guess it could just be easily damaged or tampered with because you could just blow up the door.
Okay, cool. Is it like a special door that like the door can move where it is, where the door is could move?
Yes! Toxtradamus!
That's what I'm here for.
That's why it's difficult to access.
The door isn't always in the same place. Awesome.
Yes.
Cool.
And it's easily damaged or tampered with because you can just like but first you have to like find like the door.
Right.
But then you've got to find the thing that's hiding the door.
Did you like create the door with your mind, but it's like unstable because it was one of the first things you made?
Oh, that's super cool.
it's
Let's
not
do
just a door, it's the door.
Right.
It's literally a door to another dimension.
Absolutely. Oh my god, this is
Little
so
pocket
cool.
dimension
So
where
you're
your
yeah.
dad hangs out in the library.
So
in
you're
his
so your
slippers.
dad's like intimately involved with your powers and your doom.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Was your dad involved in like the superhero community?
Guys, I am trying to do a stream. He's being very rude right now. Sorry, what did you say?
Daddy
so-
Doom.
Yeah. So
Is
is
he all up
was your
there?
dad involved with like the superhero community?
Yes, I think, okay, this is what I want. I want him to be a superhero, but my mom to not be.
Okay.
And my mom died giving birth to me.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, so your dad was a superhero. Like, so your dad doesn't superhero anymore, but like since he was like involved with it, he feels like he's
Yeah.
like he can like really help you out with this stuff. Okay,
Is he
awesome.
like a D-lister, the Wombat? Is that canon now?
He
Oh
was
my
the
God.
wombat,
Please.
and
He
now
was
he's
the
no longer
wombat.
the wombat.
Fine, guys. He
Dad
was the wombat.
the wombat.
Makes me so happy.
We're gonna have the ultimate return of the wombat.
Oh man, wouldn't that be amazing? Like your doom is coming one episode and your dad shows up to save you from it.
In the
He's
old
just,
like
We've all
mothball.
been making fun of him for
Wombat
years,
suit.
and it turns out he's actually like a fucking badass.
Your dad is
Soldier
actually a
76 is
super
us, and we're
badass.
all like, "What just
What
happened?"
the fuck?
We're all
Awesome.
heroes now.
Okay, cool. So we've definitely covered your sanctuary very well. So why do you oppose your nemesis? Which is also a good time to talk about your nemesis.
Okay, well, my nemesis is my older sister,
Oh, got it. Awesome.
who is
Oh, did she inherit the wombat powers?
She has extraordinarily slow digestion, so she only eats once every 14 days and reaches a land speed of 25 miles an hour.
And I think she like hibernates for a few months as well.
What's your sister's
Maybe
name?
it's slightly different. Maybe she's like the marmot, and
You can create what you want for my sister,
No,
okay,
I'm just-
guys?
I'm just throwing him out there. Is she
We're
like
just trying to destroy
superpowered?
your life, PN. You do
Yeah,
it.
we're just being dumbasses.
Yeah.
Do you have a name for your sister?
No, I don't.
Okay.
How about
Um,
Esmeralda?
About
Sure.
I think I have a name
Shirley.
sheet. Oh no, the GM sheet doesn't have a bunch of names. No. I need to find a name sheet. Okay, well I will do that.
I
No.
want her to have like a really dumb name though, like Sally or something.
Okay. Sally it is.
I got sent this by one of our viewers. Wombat Man is a real superhero.
Really?
No
Yep.
way. You're joking.
Yep.
We found him.
Give it to
We
me.
found the wombat.
That's about what I thought he'd look like, too. Superhero.
The serial murders are not spelled correctly.
I think it's spelled exactly correctly, actually.
I mean, if he's murdering like bowls of cereal, I mean, I could murder one right now.
The
Actually, that
murdering
sounds
mean
good.
bowl of cereal
But-
right now.
I love the
I don't-
shorts.
I don't
over
think
tights
it's
Yeah.
with the fanny pack
shorts.
and the belt.
He looks very much like first gen.
Thank you for the follow, whoever that was.
Yeah, first gen hero.
Okay, so my nemesis.
I can't post stuff. I forgot. Stupid Twitch. Can't even post stuff on my own channel. What was that?
So my nemesis is my older sister. She's like 13 years older than me.
Okay, so she's like in her 20s then.
Yeah. And she is upset with me because dad likes me better.
Okay, so it's like a total sibling rivalry thing.
Yeah.
Huge sibling rivalry thing.
Your dad knows that the power of the wombat sucks.
The power of the wombat is a curious thing.
And I want her to also have thought I was like, when I was like, because I came clean with her because we like, I was very young
Mm-hmm.
and she was like older and I wanted to like have a better connection with her. So I was like, I just got cursed by this witch and I don't know what to do. It's just like, you were cursed by a witch. That's it. You're a disgusting human being.
That's even worse because you caught a bullet for her, right? Damn.
Yeah, you said that. Well, wasn't that your it was meant for your older sister?
No, that's why I like said that
Oh.
wouldn't work because she would have
For
felt
some
bad.
dude. For
Oh,
some dude.
okay. Yeah. Sorry.
She
Yeah.
had like a rock and roll shirt on and the same haircut.
Right. Yeah, rock and roll shirt. I remember now. Okay, so yeah, so like you so you went to her like, oh no, this will bond us together. Like, see, I'm going through a bunch of shit, right? And she was like, no, that just makes you more special. Great,
She was
thanks,
like,
sis.
Exactly.
She was
So
like,
was she superpowered? And now was she not superpowered? And now she is.
I don't think she was originally, but then she was jealous that I had
Okay.
powers.
So do you know? Would you like to say what powers she has, or would you like it to be like a thing that kind of gets left? Like you like maybe do you know that she has powers or don't you?
I do not know.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So you oppose. So it's so as of now, it's like you don't directly oppose her, but it's like still a sibling rivalry kind of thing.
Yeah, she wants me dead.
Okay.
But is she like gone? Did she like bounce out? Was she like later?
Yeah, she was like, I'm out of here.
She's like, I'm
That's
gonna
it. I
rent
So
can't
it's
do
it's totally like a
apartment in
so
Valley.
if you ask her, it's like no, I hate that bitch. If we ask you, it's like no, we're great. We're
Yeah,
great.
it's kind of like, we're okay. We're not like the closest of siblings. I haven't talked to her in like,
Haven't talked to her
what
in
is
like
it, 4 years. Like, we're like chill.
haven't talked to her in
She blocked
oh
me on Twitter, but I post a lot of weird stuff, so I don't mind.
um Awesome. So we got the nemesis. Who? Well, actually, I think we probably. Well, yeah. Well, I'll ask it, and we can leave it up to you. You. So, who outside of the team is crucial to defeating your nemesis?
My dad.
Yeah, I figured that was gonna be it. Dad is crucial to the. It sounds like your dad's very crucial to like all of this stuff around your curse. Like he's like, this is his project right now.
Yeah.
Like, this is his thing. Yeah.
Because he's like retired, he wants to like vicariously live through me.
Yeah.
So he's like trying to help me as much as he can.
But also, first you were like 12 and you weren't very powerful, and now you're like
Right.
how old?
I'm either gonna do 16 or 17.
And you're like way more powerful than you were when you were like 12, right?
Yeah.
So why does the team matter to you?
Because they were there for me when no one else was.
Ooh.
Number one fan.
Yep, number one fan.
Like on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Team matters because they were there for her. Awesome. So let's also fill out your relationships. So one person, you've told them all about your doom and the danger you're in. If like as a thought, it could be like maybe you told Knight Rider because it was kind of like a connection thing between them, because like Knight Rider's clearly been through some shit, and it was kind of like a, hey, you know what, I've been through some shit too, let me tell you about this.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Cool. Okay. So told ND about Doom. And then you would like to kiss someone before your doom comes.
It's in the team, right?
I think it's like ideally it's in the team. I don't think it has to be.
Okay, this is kind of hard because I've made this character gay.
Okay.
Maybe you just weren't curious a little bit. You've never kissed a dude.
It's gonna get really uncomfortable when I try to complete some of my drives later. Then that's superhero life, though, man.
Yep.
Just real life.
If you, yeah, well, like I said,
is about free-loving man.
Ideally, it's in the team. It doesn't have to be though. So, like, if we want to come up with like, maybe there's like another superhero that you know about, or a friend of another friend of yours.
Superhero
I don't think she wants to like touch my like scaly abdomen. So
Yeah, okay, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I would love to kiss Grey Graves because he's been very nice to me and I feel like that's what he wants. So I'll just like give him a kiss and then never kiss him again.
I feel like that's both very nice and extremely condescending at the same time.
So it is
I'm
Grey.
conflicted in and out of character on both of those things. We'll see how that works out for all of us.
He wants a kiss and he deserves one, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the kiss you
He's a
deserve,
good
but not the
guy.
one. It's the kiss you deserve, but not the one you need right now.
This is going to be a great group. I can. Yeah.
And now, last but not least, or we'll do your other things too. But sorry, your influence. So you give these people matter for what you need to do. Give influence to 2 of your teammates. So Knight Rider and
I wonder which two.
I wonder. So Knight Rider and Edgelord can both take influence over Zephyr. And then let's go over. Right. So your doom track is basically the mechanical thing that says how close is your doom to being a thing. Certain things advance it, and you can talk about what you've chosen.
Oh, okay. So I have chosen injuring innocents and frightening loved ones.
Cool. So when those things happen, it advances the doom track. It won't be like every single time, like, oh, hurt an innocent, doom track. Oh, hurt another innocent, doom track. It'll be like a thing.
But like major like events.
Yeah, it'll be like
if
it'll
I
be like, it'll be
blow
like
up
a thing. Like
building.
yeah, like your psychic construct tore through the community center, and like you see an ambulance taking away people that you know you hurt. Advance the doom track. Like yeah, it won't be like okay, it looks like you hurt 20 people. Advance the doom track by 20. Yeah, it'll be like it'll be a bigger thing than that, and then
Okay.
also frightening loved ones. So that'll be also very interesting to see.
How
And then
powerful is your powerful computer? That's what I want to know.
Pretty damn powerful.
Is it like
It's
It's-
so
it's-
powerful.
it's an
It
in-
downloads more RAM on a regular.
it's an interdimensional psychically powered created computer, so it sounds like it's pretty cool.
But I mean, it has to put so much into keeping itself created. It's really only at like a mini view level.
Yeah.
You can only use it for like Internet Explorer. And that's about
It's running Windows 95.
it. So good.
And then
Graves? Why you have so many tabs open?
Christ.
to also go along with your Doom, because your Doom brings you close, like you're getting closer to your Doom, but is potentially become closer to your death. But your Doom also gives you power. So the Doom signs are kind of showing that, like that line tipping of being close to, like being completely corrupted or whatever, and also having this like well of power to pull from. So when you mark 5 on your Doom track, you go all the way back down and mark a Doom sign, and you start out with a Doom sign. So it looks like you're starting out with Dark Visions.
Yes, I am.
Super cool.
And there seems to be like, other than it filling on a doom sign, there seems to be no downside because I can do it as many times as I want.
Yeah. So technically, yes.
And there is no like,
It says mark your Doom track for all
Right.
of them.
Yes.
Oh.
Whenever you do it, you mark your
Yes.
Doom track.
Beyond that, incredibly downside.
Right. Exactly.
yeah, okay. I thought it, because it didn't say, wait, you must take your doom arrive. No, it doesn't. Where?
Dark
Yeah.
Visions. Mark your Doom
In
track.
Dark Visions, you mark the Doom track
Oh, okay. I
to
did
have
not
a
read
vision.
the first few words. I'm an idiot.
Yes. We're good. Okay. Cool. I believe we're pretty good with Zephyr. Let's go to our French Spider-Man.
Oh, wait, what about my moves?
Those are your moves.
Spider-Man's
You get the basic moves, and then like these Doom signs are kind of your moves.
Okay.
Like you don't have like a big list of them to choose from like the other playbooks do. But these kind of you get your Doom sign in your Doom stuff, and then also all the basic moves. If you want to look them over, and then I'm gonna go over them like once we actually get into play also. But directly to the right of all the playbooks is like the list of all the basic moves.
Okie dokie.
All of the basic moves you can do those at any time. The adult moves are special things you can do, like once you kind of come into yourself as a hero. You don't have them right now. They're an advancement you can take.
These moves just trigger though, right? It's powered by the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you don't have to like actually say anything. Like
Right, exactly,
if you
yeah,
do something,
yeah.
it might trigger a
Mhm.
move.
Yeah, another thing to kind of talk about with Powered by the Apocalypse is like when you do something, you do it, which means the moves just trigger. So if you say, I run up to Evil Man and punch him in the face, okay? It sounds like you're directly engaging a threat. Let's roll for that. And it's like you can't go up and punch Strongman without directly engaging a threat.
It's pronounced strongman. There's no
Strongman,
space.
Mr.
Wait.
Strongman.
I'm gonna punch you in the face if you do not stop knocking that goddamn tissue paper roll around the fucking house.
I wish my cat would start knocking something around the house and stop bothering me.
Oh my god, I'm taking
Don't
it
play
away
with
from
something,
him.
cat.
No,
Oh,
give me
you're
it.
so cute
Give me
though.
Awesome. All right, cool. Let's talk about Knight Rider.
I'm Le Knight
Shit.
Rider. So let's see. I am the Knight Rider.
Mm-hmm.
My real name is Jean-Luc Doran.
Your look.
My look is a giant spider with French man sticking out. I'm being attacked by this cat. Go on, kitten. So, yeah, if you've never seen a Drider from Dungeons and Dragons, You should just go like Google a picture of one.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
basically a giant spider with like a man sticking out instead of a
Mhm.
spider head. Oh,
Yeah,
this
like
freaking
take a dude's take a guy down to about his like the end of his torso, like, and then cut that off and put it on a spider.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. Pretty monstrous. Yeah, I think I have like a costume because they wouldn't let me leave the cop station without like putting a shirt on, even though I'm like all like scaly and like weird,
Right.
and it doesn't look like a chest or there's no nipples or anything. And they were like, no, you got to wear a shirt. So then I did make like a little shirt, tight shirt with my like logo on it.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, that's my appearance.
Big Drider
name.
with tight shirt.
Yeah, with the Night Drider logo.
Sweet.
Posted
With the
again.
logo. So for your abilities, you appear obviously and clearly monstrous, and your powers are tied to your appearance. So what of the two are you taking down there?
So what I really want is just like the spider powers, like climb walls.
Sure.
I want to be able to like wrap people up in web and like hang from web like upside down.
Totally.
Inhuman might and spider superhuman senses, maybe.
Yeah. We can, Inhuman might and superhuman senses. So yeah, that works
Yeah.
too. Cool.
Okay.
The ability to spit webs at long distances.
spit a
Like
web in a
some
single
kind
bound.
of spider boy.
Some kind of spider boy.
person.
And then what label are you gonna give a +1 to?
Super senses. And I was let's see here, where is that? I was gonna do it to superior.
Okay, cool.
So I'm just
Because
gonna
you're
go ahead
French.
and circle this. I'll circle it so it's green. Okay, I don't start with any conditions, right?
Right. Yep. No conditions for now. Cool. Yeah. So let's go over your backstory. So, who were you before?
I was a foreign exchange student
Okay. Cool.
in the States. Sorry, what was the city's called again?
Halcyon City.
Halcyon City.
Mhm.
Yeah, and so I was, spending a couple years abroad studying.
Cool. Awesome. In Halcyon. So when did you change and what caused it?
I had like an initial idea. If anyone else has any like ideas they'd like to spitball, they have like a cool idea.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and throw one out. I was kind of thinking that
A spider crawled into your ear.
I was thinking that I ate a radioactive spider.
Yes. Perfect.
Oh, it'd be in your like French onion soup too.
Yeah.
You were just enjoying a taste of the homeland.
Uh-huh. And yeah, a radioactive spider got in there.
Eat.
I just chomped it down. The sweet and salty onion masked the flavor.
Ate a radioactive spider. How long have you been changed?
So that kind of I was wondering how long Edgelord has been edgelording.
About 2 years.
Okay, so it would have been about the same amount of time ago.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So about 2 years ago, got it. About 2 years. Who outside of the team is helping you understand your new body?
Maybe there's like a science, or no, one of the psychologists from the lab is also like a who studies spiders? Arachna something? I don't know. A spider person.
A spider person?
Arachnologist, I would guess.
Arachnologist?
Arachnologist.
Well, yeah.
Sure.
In a superhero world, there's probably a lot of spider stuff, so there probably are arachnologists.
I
So
mean,
yeah,
there's
this psychologist
Spider
slash arachnologist.
Yep.
Spider Man.
So yeah, like a scientist that like studies mental, or maybe I guess it could be like an arachnologist, or it could be like maybe it's like a psychologist that like specifically deals with like kind of like cases like you, like people people that have gone
Yeah.
through like a big change like that or something like that.
Yeah, and like so he like helps me like, you know, test my limits and like
Yeah,
find
yeah.
out what my like genetic makeup is and like what's inside my stomach and like what the fuck is going on here. Uh
That helps.
how am I making these crazy webs in my butt? I got little
What's their
spinner rats.
what's their name?
Their name is Dr. Fenn.
Cool. Dr. Fenn. Awesome. Why don't you just try to hide yourself away?
Probably like probably because my friend Dr. Fenn said that it would be very unhealthy. Like when I
Okay.
got locked up, it was like a pretty good thing because it had recently happened. Got locked up, but I met my good friend Gray and my doctor, Mr. Fenn, who I still see, and he was like, "You can't just like go live like a spider." in a
Yeah,
hole.
yeah. Okay, cool. So you're like
You're a
It's-
man, not
yeah.
a spider.
you're a man, not a spider. Awesome. Yeah, so you're like aware. You're actively trying to push like the spider part of you away, or like the more animalistic spider part of you away. You're like kind of embracing it, but you're still like you're trying to be more of a human.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. To embrace the human rather than the spider. So, why do you care about the team?
Because the team treats me like a hero, not a monster.
Okay, cool. Treated like hero. Has there been any like specific incidents where you were like, you got the Frankenstein treatment, like full on? Like,
Yeah, like especially when it like first happened.
Uh-huh.
And I like at first I did just like run and hide. And then when I like came, I like tried to go to the people's house I was like staying at because I'm like a foreign exchange student.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they flipped the shit out, and like the fucking SWAT came, and they probably had to like call in a superhero, like thinking I was like a monster, you know, and
Yeah.
like they, you know, arrested me, and I don't know, maybe I've been staying in like Gray Graves' fucking garage or something.
Oh man, no, you can stay in my house.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Thanks, bro.
I think you have
yeah,
to
'cause I
sleep
got-
in the garage because it's the only place big enough to hold you.
Yeah, that maybe is like the case.
You're invited to stay
like,
in the
I
house,
could
but
get in.
My
physically
dad's
Stop.
middle
cannot.
class. He's not made of money.
Right, exactly.
Um,
The offer's there, but physically, logistically, it just wouldn't work out.
yeah, I can't stay at my like guest house anymore. They won't let me back.
Yeah.
And they took away my passport, so I can't go home.
Oh, damn. So your your parents back in I guess are your parents back in France?
Yeah.
Have you been able
And
to get in touch with them?
I probably have not even talked to them. Like for them,
Okay.
I've just been like missing for 2 years.
Okay.
And I probably don't go by my name anymore either. Like maybe people call me Jean or Jean-Luc, but I don't tell people my last name,
Sure.
and I usually go by Knights of Drydale.
Usually goes by superhero. Okay, cool.
Because I don't have a hidden identity. I look like a giant
Right, yeah, you
fucking
can't
spider
change-
monster.
Yeah, you can't just change your outfit and be a normal human again.
Yeah.
You're stuck like this. Awesome. Cool. So that is all your backstory questions. How about your relationships?
Definitely Gray Graves comforted me when I was at my lowest, when I was like imprisoned, and for being a monster, for being like a threat to the society.
Mm-hmm.
When I was not a threat, I just wanted to go home, and eat like a super super rare steak, really rare.
Really rare, actually, like almost too rare, but yeah.
I feel like we have that in common too. Like I definitely like bloody purplish red steaks.
Oh, God.
My dad keeps telling me that I'm gonna get like I
some
don't
disease.
know, aphasia or something.
And so did Zephyr or somebody else know you before you changed?
Yeah, I think maybe I was going to the same school as Zephyr when before it happened,
Cool. Okay.
and then I probably stopped going to school.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So you Zephyr knew you as Jean-Luc. Awesome. Knew Zephyr before.
So yeah, Zephyr, you would know that like I was the like guy you knew in school
Yeah. Yeah.
like a couple of years ago.
That's why I asked you guys to like be a part of the team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
And like I don't tell anyone else like who I used to be, but you do know who I used to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
You knew me when I was just like a little French boy running around.
Talking about how you could just smoke cigarettes and drink alcohol back
with your tiny thin cigarettes.
The hall monitor took my cigarettes.
I wrote them myself.
Do you know how difficult it is to roll such a thin cigarette? And he just took them. So for influence, you try not to care what other people think, even if you can't shut everyone out. Give influence to one teammate.
I think I will give influence to Gray.
Okay. Got it. So Gray, you can take influence over Knight Rider.
Perfect.
And then what transformed moves are you going to be taking?
Okay, let's see here. I haven't really looked. Okay. Take a physical blow. Not even up to it.
Yeah, and then each of the playbooks that gets to choose moves. Yeah, you can. I'll look and I'll kind of talk about it too. Each of the playbooks that gets to choose moves, they're a good way to kind of because the playbooks that you can choose moves for can go in a few different directions, and so the moves definitely let you take it in a direction that you want to take it in. So the transform moves, kind of let you say how much of a monstrous person you're going to be, or how much you're trying to be no, I'm totally human, or because there's literally a move called be the monster. And there's also a move called I am not my body. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Nah, yeah, I'm not really feeling the not my body. I think I'd rather go with unstoppable.
Okay.
Coming for you, and be the monster.
Got it.
So I want to have conflict with my abilities.
Yeah. Awesome.
I am coming for you.
I'm coming for you. You better be ready.
X is going.
Yeah, coming for you is really good. Yeah, when you mark a condition, take +1 forward against the person you most blame for causing it.
I'm gonna check on the VOD, but I'm pretty sure that every time I've said something in my French accent, Tux has laughed.
I'm pretty sure it's really good. Cool. Let's see. We have
Outsider Kirby Craft. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, the Outsider. Yeah, that's who Sci-Fi was gonna be, but then the evil.
You mean that's who Sci-Fi will be?
That's true.
Yeah,
Yes.
as long as the Time Warner is defeated.
The evil
this
Time
week.
Warner will be defeated, and he'll be joining us later. That's who he was going to be today, who he will be in the future. Yeah, so how about we go over the... Yeah, we can start on it, and then we'll probably go on a break in 10 minutes or so. We're going to go over... So basically, we get to... answer some questions and come up with what happened, like what your first thing as a team was. Like what happened when your whatever you call yourselves first came together.
Oh, maybe it was like you got questioned, Gray, and we were like, you know what? We could figure out what happened because we're
John,
badass.
we can figure this out. And we took it to our good friend and #1 superhero in the entire world, Zephyr.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is an outrage. The police, they come banging on his door asking questions just because he's not the same as them.
It's
They
some
look down
bullshit.
on for why?
For why?
Wait a second.
What?
Are you John?
Wait, I mean, keep it down. I'm not right there.
John Luke, it's okay. I like reach up to like pat the top of one of his legs. I can't reach his shoulder. He's like twice as tall as me. Buddy, it's fine. Okay. People can see you for who you are, not the monster.
All right, guys. Well, we need your help. You see. What do you think? Are you up for a little adventure?
Sure. Let's go.
Yes, helping.
I'm helping. Yes. So, when you first came together, like the first big thing you did as a team, you defeated a dangerous enemy. Who or what was it?
Maybe it was like a small gang of thieves.
Yeah.
But they had
the-
guns.
Yeah, but
Yeah, like-
also they were like they thought it was you because these thieves were like equipped with like a master locksmith. So there was no sign of breaking and entering.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So it was like a
And
more
engage.
mundane threat, like a gang kind of
Yeah,
thing.
but they were like like they had guns and were teenagers.
Yeah.
Right, of course. Defeated a gang that had guns and a master locksmith.
Yeah, and we busted them. I wrapped them all up, and we hauled them in.
That locksmith is also a DJ on Saturday nights in the prison. His name is MC Chains
MC Chain.
because he's off the chain. Although he's
MC
on the
Chains.
chain now, because
Now he's,
obviously,
wrapped
and
up
obviously Chains has
in
a
the
Z.
chain.
yeah, of course.
And then so the that question basically each of the playbooks has their own question for this process. That one was for the bull, which even if you don't have a bull, you're supposed to answer it because you say what it was you defeated. And then we move on to the doomed. So you paid a high cost for victory. What was it?
Is this question towards me?
Yeah.
Yes. Other
And
people
then-
can like suggest stuff, but it like ultimately it's like you say what the cost was. Like if someone says
Oh, okay.
Maybe
something
this is
and-
the first time you used your superpowers, and it was like fucking sick. You like killed dozens of these people.
some of that, like yeah, you guys.
I
Like,
don't mean like
When you
this is the
lose
first
like
time-
some humanity, when you like
Yeah.
you're forced to
I don't
kill
mean this
someone.
is the first time you used them. This is like the first time you used them, and your life was seriously in danger, and you were just like, and they were just like, ah.
like you guys went like you like you guys were like super enthusiastic, but you went way too overboard.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like, oh man, we need
Let's
to
do it.
tone it down a bit. So like
Yeah.
so like these guys like didn't just like go to jail. They like ended up like in critical care. Like some of them died, and some of like the rest of them like were paralyzed or whatever. But you just
Yeah,
went way
yeah.
too overboard.
Victory isn't just that, but it's also a little bit of my faith in Zephyr,
Mhm.
because I believe, I
Oh
believe
man, yeah.
be abusing their powers, and that like killing people is not the way to do things. Prison should be to reform people, not for punishment. And when you just like went
Way
berserk and started
overboard.
murdering people, I was like, what?
I'm imagining it's like one explosion. Like I did one thing, and like I like blew up this building.
Oh yeah.
So
like,
it was
yeah,
like
so you
on
guys got to the place where they were breaking into, and then just like psychically just went whatever.
It wasn't just the building that exploded; it was also my heart. I was just like, oh wow, this is not what I thought. You were
So,
like-
But then
Yeah,
you,
maybe
like,
I had to
are
like
crying, and then-
crawl over like gray graves for like all the like falling rubble to
Uh-huh.
like protect him.
which actually this leads into a good the answer for that leads really well into the next one for the transformed. We drew attention and ire from plenty during the fight. One particular person and one important person in particular now hates and fears you. Who is it?
DJ Chains? I don't know.
Police Commissioner Rick Santorum. Police Commissioner Anthony Weiner. Carlos Danger.
Carlos Danger.
Oh my god. Nope, that's canon for me now that Anthony Weiner is a superhero. His superhero Carlos,
Carlos Danger.
he just puts a mustache. No one can tell the difference though. It's a
No,
superpower.
that's his superpower. So like, I'm pretty sure
I
that's
can't
Carlos
find out.
Danger. I know him.
Oh my god.
So good.
Who do you want it to be the police commissioner? Is like the person that you guys like
I mean, they were probably like, "Why are you blowing up buildings?"
Yeah.
And she's just like sitting there crying, like,
Maybe I took the maybe I was like, oh, there was explosives and like da da da,
Yeah.
and
Or-
they like
yeah.
blamed me for it.
Mm. maybe like he just got elected or whatever, and like he's kind of a person that's like tough on superheroes, and so this kind of like happened at the perfect time. So he could have been like, look, see, these young kids just going around doing their own thing, taking responsibility for
Oh
something.
yeah, and then they put the picture of me because I'm a fucking monster
Yes.
on the newspaper, right?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, they fucking assholes!
What's it?
I can't believe they did that because I made it up. Asshole.
Do we have a name for this commissioner?
Arthur's on a fucking hot streak. Want to give us one?
I really like so much so I wanted to be Carlos Danger.
Commissioner Carlos
Do we use
Danger.
the commissioner? I'm down.
Yep,
Commissioner Carlos Danger.
Commissioner Danger.
Oh man, oh man, I'm gonna have to think of like what his slogan was for his campaign, because you know it had something to do with the word danger. This is
In these perilous times, Americans need to shelter together. Halcyon City is the new leader of America.
The
Should
one
we
danger.
really be in danger? And there's like bars everywhere. Superheroes are taking over America, and only one man can stop them. Danger. Carlos Danger. It's not just,
Yeah.
His slogan line is, "It's not just my middle name; it's also my last name."
oh my god.
Carlos Danger, police commissioner.
Next is for the beacon. We found you found signs that this incident was just the start of something bigger. What were the signs?
So when the explosion happened, I was like paralyzed, and Knight Rider had to cover me, and it wasn't because my heart was breaking, because I just watched my like number one superhero that I agreed to be on a team on, like murder a dozen people. But it was that
She's like crying afterwards.
Yeah, I know,
I know,
but we're
I know.
like buried under the rubble. You probably thought we were dead too at first.
I saw some very familiar logos for a corporation right before the explosion. Like, I was like, wow, this is really suspicious that they'd be going in this specific, warehouse here. That corporation doesn't have any businesses here in Halcyon City. They're like anti-superhero.
Mm.
And when the warehouse exploded, I was like watching the sign fly directly towards my face, and I was, in one of those slow motion moments, I was like, this is really weird. Like, this should not be happening they say on their website that they're Knight Rider's above me. Oh, well.
Yeah, at the last second, the Knight Rider leg it bounces off. Yeah.
So, what was this corporation?
I'm gonna leave that to somebody else to decide what
Okay,
an
cool.
anti-superhero corporation would be called. I mean, we can always fall back on Vector Marketing since that's your like favorite corporation.
All right, but their specialty is like robot police.
I think we should probably choose a different name.
Because that's already a thing. Okay.
Do you guys have a good idea for like a so is this like a huge megacorp?
Yeah,
and
okay.
it sounds like they make robot police. To
Yeah.
like
Oh, they make robot
counter
police.
superhero threats.
Oh
right?
shit.
hmm
Yeah, and they're not welcome in Halcyon City because it's full of superheroes and we police our own. We don't need fucking robots doing our job.
Right. Make
And it's
robot
called
police.
Machinima.
Listen.
Machinima.
Oh, Machinima, that's so good. Can we really trust robots to make a split-second decision as to who lives and who dies?
Machinima says yes. Order your
says yes.
death bot today.
There's some evidence that these death bots have racially profiled certain individuals.
I thought
Prioritize shooting based on skin tones on the region that they're in.
I mean, they are only as biased as their algorithms. You've been programmed wrong. This is an outrage.
I totally thought you were gonna make a Hamilton joke there, AP.
Oh, sorry.
I thought you were gonna do who lives, who dies, who tells your story, and then you
No.
didn't. And I was like, the fuck?
Awesome. Cool. So we now have explored our characters. We've formed up the team. We've talked about what happened when the team first got together. So we're going to go on a little break for a few minutes. I'm going to grab another drink and then figure out some stuff. And we're going to come back and we're going to do some like playing and actually do crap. So we'll be about 7 minutes or so. Go stretch your legs, get a drink, go to the bathroom, do whatever you need to do, and join us for the second half of the first episode of Maximum Power.